Welcome back to Kimbolton for the Maxxis TKM Festival. We've just seen the Festival Cup race, a few ladies racing in that. One, of course, Leanna Page coming out on the podium. Earlier in the day, I spoke to a number of the ladies racing this weekend, a few of whom we may see at the sharp end. Suzanne, we know you from the British Karting Championships. You had a great round at Larkhall recently. Another great event for you at the Super Prix as well. You're on the podium that day. At the TKM Festival this weekend, I think this is your last year as a junior. What are you hoping for this weekend?
Hopefully a top 5, but this weekend's not been going great, so we'll see what we can manage.
Abby, your first visit to the TKM Festival. You've come out of cadets last year into junior TKM. And it's been a fantastic transition for you. You set the fastest lap at the Super Prix recently, so you finished 9th that day, but setting the fastest lap, that must give you a lot of confidence, does it?
Yeah, we've had a really good start into TKM. We've went into the tag, so it's basically like a cadet. It's just a big cadet.
Okay, and your dad's got a lot of history in motorsport, of course, we know. What sort of help has he been to you so far?
He's been really helpful. He's been helping me on my lines and just helping me stay calm and just do good.
Kathy, you've been racing for about 9 years, I believe, but your first visit to the festival this weekend. I've asked some of the other girls what would be a good result for them. Same question. What would be a good result for you?
Top 10, to be fair. Top 10, and to be in the elite final would be fairly good, to be fair. So, yeah.
Just finish, not crash.
So somewhere in the, top 10 in the Festival Cup, that would be great then. You'd be happy with that?
I'd be happy with that, yeah.
So, Rebecca, you've entered 4 or 5 festivals, I think, in the past. You've never finished one so far. So I guess for you, I'm going to ask you what would be a good result. I don't think I need to know what the answer is, but what's your answer?
A finish will be a very good result.
So something in the Festival Cup, I think that's what you're expecting, is it?
It'd be nice to get into the elite. We had a very good first heat. Second heat wasn't so great, so.
Now, Jodine, you're guaranteeing me you're going to be in the elite final today. Now, what's going to be a good result for you? You just don't want to be in the elite final, do you? You want something a bit special.
Well, I want to make a few places up. I don't want to be at the back of the elite. I want to kind of get forward a bit.
And how have you found it up against, obviously, the best drivers in the country are all here this weekend. How have you found it so far competing with them?
Pretty tough, as I haven't driven TKM for about 8 months now. I've changed classes, so I've come back for the festival, but it's been a bit tough.
So very talented female racers coming up through the ranks then. One of them in the TKM Extreme Festival Cup, of course, Amy Duke, starting from P24, but it's Oliver Graham and James Mills at the front from Sam Sanders, Rowan Reed, Sam Taylor and Chris Cook, with Ed Gamble, Lewis Main, Lawrence Harris and Oliver Milner rounding out the top 10. Plenty of action to come in this one, and away we go. James Mills trying his best to get close, but he seems to have been swamped on the way down to the first corner. Through has come Rowan Reed to second position. A little bit of jostling in the back of the pack, but everybody has just about got away from Stowe Corner without too much incident. But out in front, no surprises, it's Oliver Graham. We've got it off in the back of the Famitsu straight. That is the 63 of Daniel Pepper. He's lost it on the way down to the corner, and his Festival Cup race is already over, as is Ed Gamble's.
Ed Gamble out in the same part of the track. In fact, you just see him in the background there, just going into Derek's corner. So Gamble is out, and the rest of the kart stream down through the left-hander.
Oh, there is Ed Gamble trying to drag the kart off the circuit. That's not great. We just saw a great move into the penultimate turn from James Kenyon. Got a great move up the inside of Kestrel. Marcus Edmonds is out of the race as well. He got caught up in that little tangle. But Oliver Graham, the man from Norwich, is out in front, looking good at the moment. He hasn't got a million miles of lead at the moment. Sam Sanders now up to P2, and he is starting to threaten the race leader. Oliver Graham started just behind him on the grid, of course, on row 2. And in third position, that is the number 56, Rowan Reed. So he's still there challenging for position. I think that's Sam Taylor who's there in 4th position in the 88.
On board the drone gives you a great overall view. That's the top 10 as they go through Kimbolton Corner. The final turn on the track down onto the straight one more time.
Oh, here comes Reed on the inside. He's going to get the place back off Sanders. Yes, he does. Into P2. Taylor then in 4th place. And it looked to me as though James Mills got the move back on Chris Cook. He needs to make up some ground. He started on the front row on the Intrepid Kart. And now he's down in 5th position. He's making time back up again. Oh, Matthew Horton, I think, is in trouble. He's just been given the technical flag. Now, that means he's got to pit in and sort out some damage to the kart. That's not going well for him.
Down towards Kestrel Corner, it's Graham, Reed, Sanders, Taylor Cook, Deere, Main, Harris, then Moore, Milner, Kenyon and Stephen Duke. Stephen Duke, blue suit, white helmet, there he is.
Well, amazing work from Ash Deere. Oh, up because Rowan Reed, beautiful overtake, and then Graham gets him straight back again. That was the Gilles Villeneuve power slide from Rowan Reed. Graham gets him straight back up the inside. A great battle between those two. I was going to mention in 6th position is Ash Deere, the 47. He started way back in row 10, so he is storming through the field, and a couple of rows behind him on the grid was Harry Moore, who's now made his way up into 9th place. So 2 hard chargers in this race, trying to close up on the leaders, but these two out in front, Graham and Reed, putting on a real grandstand show.
Yeah, looks like it's between these two, unless of course there's some contact and they take each other out. It is a one weekend, said this before, it's a one weekend championship event. Although this is the TKM Festival Cup for the drivers that never made the elite final that's coming up later on, they still want to win it, they still want to take a trophy home with them for winning at the TKM Festival.
Yeah, it's the last chance saloon for these guys, really, isn't it? You still want to put on a brave face. Up the inside, that's not going to go well unless he backs out of it, which he does just in the nick of time. Beautiful opportunism from Harry Moore, but he just couldn't quite finish the move. Ash Deere holding his line, sticking to his guns. Now he's got challenge into Kestrel. Is this going to be the move up the inside? Lovely jubbly, straight through and into 6th position. Very nice.
Looks like he may have lost another place there, Ash Deere. Couldn't quite see, didn't follow the shot through. These are the two leaders though, it's between these unless they tangle. No doubt the gap back through to 3rd place there is just too far.
Yeah, Sam Sanders, he just can't keep up with them, and Taylor doing as good a job as he possibly can in 4th position, but he's just not able to run with the pack this time.
There's a new digital signing system on the start line gantry here, and under investigation is the 42, just in confirmation, the 42 kart for contravening lights or flag signals. Now, we've seen him overtake, we haven't seen whether he overtook on a yellow flag, maybe, as well he's lost the lead now to Rowan Reed anyway. Reed's gone through, he's the new race leader. But the man that was the race leader, he is under investigation for contravening lights and flag signals, and you know what that means, Jake. If they find him guilty of that, that's pretty much at the end of his race, an automatic exclusion from the race, irrespective of where he finishes.
Oh, there's a very slow kart in front. Philip Kerfoot just getting out of the way. I think he's got a mechanical issue as he just lost the place there to William Davies. And now these two are starting to trip over traffic. This is going to be a really interesting battle between these two, provided, of course, that Oliver Graham is still battling for the lead. We just don't know at this stage.
We certainly don't. What we do know is there's 2 laps remaining, that's all, and it's going to come down to a 2-lap shootout here, a 2-lap race between the 2 leaders. They've got to tangle for Sam Sanders to fill his boots and take advantage and end up first rather than third, but it doesn't look like they are going to tangle. It looks like the 56 kart of Rowan Reed is pulling a little bit of a gap here, and as I say that, he's closed.
Well, there's a great battle going on, but oh my word! I was just going to mention the battle for 4th position between Sam Taylor and Ash Deere. They've hit each other on the penultimate lap. They've come together at Derrick's on the penultimate lap. What that means that up to 4th position, I think that is going to be the 43 of Lewis Main who comes up to 4th place. So talk about a last chance saloon of a battle. That is unbelievable. So now we've got these two, nose to tail, scrapping for the victory up in front. And this is 1 lap, 1 championship cup up for grabs between Rowan Reed and Oliver Graham. You just saw out of the corner of your eye there, if you were as steely-eyed as I was, watching the 2 drivers there, Sam Taylor and Ash Deere, clearing their karts out of harm's way. And now there's just 2 corners to go in this Festival Cup race as Reed hangs on in front of Oliver Graham. Can he hold it? Yes, into the final turn. He is going to get the victory from the second row of the grid. It's a brilliant charge to victory for Rowan Reed over Oliver Graham. Fantastic result, and he takes the checkered flag. Brilliant display of driving. On the last lap, I notice that Moore has managed to get Sam Sanders for 3rd position, but post-race it would become 2nd position because that contravention of the lights resulted in Oliver Graham getting the exclusion. So Reed is your winner, Moore in 2nd from Sam Sanders, Lewis Main in 4th position as we predicted, Lawrence Harris in 5th, and Chris Cook in 6th position. What a battle for the Festival Cup.
A great drive through. Did you realise that you were getting up there into 2nd, 3rd place on those last few laps?
Yeah, they were just coming closer to me every lap, so we were lapping quite a bit faster than everyone in front. So
good drive through. And then for Rowan, you started on the 2nd row. I know you spent most of the race battling with Oliver Graham, but then he got disqualified. So you inherit the win. So good result for you.
Yeah, absolutely great result. After having a pretty poor Saturday, it was just great to actually win. Especially coming from 18th in the pre-final to start on the 2nd row was absolutely brilliant.
2 years ago, the Junior Elite final at the TKM Festival was the greatest kart race ever. We're hoping for a rerun after the break.